Ashin call the Hamilton Uadela show at BBC Alpha, Ashin call the Nafidonich a ride as well. Eden Yisker show Ashin call the Nabodonich and a Bodonich like Hamilton at all and now Rangers at all Gleva Gurika show and Tazen to Asgajera be it their son Shin Humal at all Bio show at BBC Alpha. Agus well a hulliú I the game seo Fisker and Juve. Agemi Chanela Kutchachaun on san SWPL ed feich na dúcha agus well hashinga gavi a toshcha a gersta a show ed BBC Alpha le Hamilton agus Rangers agus Dundee United agus Aberdeen agus Hibernian Partick Thistle na gemi chunchan jidach ed toshcha ach na fataya ed the Nyskid Wunyik Glasgow City 3 Canyoni and the Spartans agus Shell Montrose Skipper Montrose Bunyik Huing 3 Tull and Nura and the Hearts Tull Animach Amy Ridgeway on the hin agus Celtic Bunyacasan a Shia Gnyoni on the hin and the Topper na Mahath. Well, Falchor of Ucharchin, good BBC Alpha, Farvilshing, a Jew Marahurchme, and the Hamilton, a Fisker Karchirim, Hamid Tolich in Iraq, Gutjera, Agus Tolich Kujach, Gavil, Emma Blacknam, Huvidrasta. Emma, thanks so much for joining us here on BBC Alpha. Somehow it is dry here in Hamilton, probably the first time this weekend it's been dry in the country, but a great game on our hands here today. Hamilton at home going up against Rangers. Hamilton, of course, at the bottom of the league at the moment and a tough test for them against Rangers. Yeah,
it's going to be a huge task for them to get anything out of this game. You know, for me, Rangers certainly go into this game as favourites. But, you know, Hamilton will be aware how difficult it's going to be, you know, especially coming off the back of that heavy defeat in the Cup last week against Celtic. So, you know, Hamilton are aware of the challenges that they're going to face this season, and today is not going to be any different.
Yeah, you mentioned there the challenges playing teams like Celtic and Rangers, but these must be the types of games you must want to be a part of as a Hamilton player against the best teams in the country.
Yeah, listen, all the Hamilton players within that changing room, you know, they'll be relishing the challenge, you know. Not only that, they'll actually learn from it also. I mean, they're playing against quality top players and international players like that also. So what they'll do is they'll take away from the Celtic game last week and they'll look to obviously bring in that kind of a performance, that kind of experience into today's game.
Looking then at Rangers, the away side today, sitting in second at the start of play today, and they'll be looking not only to get the 3 points here today, but get a few goals as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Rangers so far have already scored 39 goals in the league campaign, and they'll be looking to add to that. You've seen how tight it was last season at the top end of the table, and goal difference will have an impact. So Rangers will be certainly looking to take an opportunity today to try and score as many goals as possible.
Let's hear what the managers have to say. Dras and Douglas Legion for Robert Watson, Agus Anurshin, Joe Potter.
Robert, fixture list hasn't been kind to you. Celtic in the Cup, and now you're up against a free-scoring Rangers side.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things in football. The fixtures are what the fixtures are. Obviously, you want to try and avoid one of the bigger teams in the Cup, but that's what we've been drawn, and ultimately we play in the top division to play against the best teams and the best players, and that's certainly going to be the case today.
You're decimated with injury today. You're struggling to field a team and also to fill the bench.
I think, yeah, obviously Morgan Graham's injury lasted a little bit longer, and Taylor Fisher's out, and through the week we lost Megan Quinn as well. So, but ultimately it's opportunity for someone else. We've got some, you know, really exciting academy kids that are up on the bench today, and again, 1 or 2 have already made appearances for us this year, and hopefully, you know, if everything aligns right, it's a chance maybe for them to be a hero today.
Is this about making it as difficult as possible for Rangers today, and not to lose confidence with maybe more important games coming up, like the Montrose game next week?
I think we've got to be realistic in terms of where we are and where Rangers are. But as I've said on many occasions before, I'm not using we're playing a team with a vastly superior budget as an excuse. It's a factor within it, but ultimately we need to try and find a way to find something from the game, and you know, hopefully with you guys here we can find it today.
Joe, on the back of a good cup win, is back to league business today and a chance to close the gap again at the top.
Yeah, it's important for us to maintain that momentum and kick on from, as you say, a really good performance as well as a good win against Hearts at the weekend.
28 goals in the last 4 games. It's a team that's really in good form coming into this game.
Yeah, it's something that we wanted to improve on. We wanted to be a little bit more ruthless in front of goal. We knew we were creating really good opportunities and chances in front of goal, and we felt that we really weren't you know, putting them to bed and putting the ball in the back of the net. So it's something we've been working on, and I'm really happy with the progression we've made.
I think you've made 3 changes to the side today. Can you talk us through them?
Yeah, well, we've had some players coming back from injury, which has been big for us. We've been really light on the squad at the start of the season, so we've had some big players out, but being able to bring the likes of Brogan Hay back in and some really important minutes for her from the start is going to be key for us moving forward.
And that depth of squad, competition for places is good for the team, with big games coming up, with Hibs coming up and Celtic coming up as well.
Absolutely, and we need to make sure that we've got a squad that can compete week in, week out. We can call on the bench should we need to, and you know, we've got a squad that is fighting for their shirt and playing week in, week out, and if they're playing well, then you know they've got to fight to keep their shirt as well. So yeah, we're looking to maintain that good form and push on accordingly.
Sin gaid Mahan, the manager, and Joe Potter, agus a Doshach, and then Robert Watson, Emma Blackhast, call of them. Emma, just touching on a couple of the points there made from the manager, starting with Joe Potter, talking about Brogan Hay coming back into the side. Rachel Rowe, we've not seen a lot of her this season, summer signing. Big players coming into the starting 11 today for Rangers. Yeah,
huge players, and at the right time of the season. At that, you know, there was big changes on and off the field at Rangers before the start of the season, and Joe Potter's brought in some real quality and experienced players to join the group of players that were already here and the youngsters coming through. And as you've touched on there, you know, Rachel Rowe, what a top quality player she is, an international player. So Joe Potter mentioned, you know, she's delighted to have her back from injury, and along with Brogan Hay. Not just that, a player that's really excited me this season so far for Rangers is Hardy, which has scored 11 goals so far this season. Yeah,
it's a great partnership, isn't it? Rio Hardy, Kirsty Howitt. You don't see two strikers up front an awful lot, but the two of them seem to be really working very well together.
Yeah, I think it's clicking into place now for Rangers. You know, there was a lot of players that were there last season. They've came, obviously retained their spot within the squad, but they've changed formation from last season. You know, they've tweaked their style of play also, and that's why we're seeing the likes of Hardy and as you say, it's Kirsty Howitt playing up top together.
Looking just finally on Hamilton, obviously it's going to be a difficult afternoon, as we've touched on already, but it's a tough afternoon for them. What do you think the message has to be for Robert Watson? What do they need to get right?
What they need to get right is defend their box properly, you know, and as I've mentioned at the top of the show, is try and frustrate Rangers for long periods of the game, keep themselves in the game. It's certainly them will give them a chance.
And of course, Hamilton do have a great striker of their own, Josie Guillard. She, of course, she scored 4 of their 6 goals so far this season. It shows her importance to the side. So they have a player in there who can nick a goal at the other end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Josie, for me, you know, she's a quality player. I played with her at Celtic a few seasons back, and she's their go-to player, and she'll certainly help the team and help the girls today going forward. And she has that experience, she has that drive, she has that motivation, so she'll be vital for them for the rest of the season.
Let's see what happens today though, Rachel. Thank you so much as always. Agus a draste, klinge shing vo neach adish, hitching an ola nisha, guarniach adish, Alco Henley.
What an thank you, Vinchel. The Ashko Carlos Brochan, the league again. A da skipper sit, a Stewie V. Cluche, and a Cook League, you the Gachins a high. I guess Hamilton a fine drawing of a Shinshia Cagnoni, and now Celtic. I guess Rangers, the Pinnick, Keith Cahoon, the Hearts. I guess all the third, Conanach Worst. Skipper Chinamach at Pathgate, Hatcherum, Mayedig Howlers, Stewie Jedig Hachgang, Gumafluch. And a solid shit has, they can Torach, I guess Shin. The skipper Hamilton de Goedemacha 3 jaar in Emma Thompson de fall af kon die Alappe Megan Quinn maar goeie nee korstig agus Mason Clark die is het voor Rangers gaan Norin Yisha Cluche Marcina Chloe Nicholson het in stay Lauren Kerr agus Chloe Muir het in stay en een skipper Tonchie agus on Rangers kuch 3 jaar in maar goeie Rachel Rowe Brogan Hay agus Chelsea Cornet het in stay again skipper in the ground at Hearts agus tuústum chuna bengi Tessel Middag Mianich Cowley agus Kirsty McLean sin a skipper at Rangers. Now was skilior I the vengi at Joe Potter agus chluchita an ága I the vengi at Hamilton son Robert Watson agus bia dochas na chéma cúsciú sinnach lechgu Chloe Nicholson Eileen Lewis I that shit and a push the Jew agus Brogan Hay Chile gan a skipper at Rangers the Jew Kuchach agus die fatach luchtijk Rangers die zegt in het as komen zich zoals live maar hoe we kroeg se gaal hul agus dat schon niet wat Jishal is on Tonshachuk agus daar skipper je gaat al na Kerkel the Hoshach of the game, Tonshach. Skipper that Hamilton a Jew, Hannah Coakley. Le Megan Quinn, Macha the Gorstach. I guess Marisash, son Rangers, Nicola Docherty, Chinistay, Yanavia. Is er een golas. Is een tagudig maar een haasje in wil. Ik tasje gegeven. Is er eentje daar in je ju. Ross Mengis, Menzies, Reeds G. Charlotte. I guess Reach of the Chishal. Hamilton Nigel gan Kerkelach heen. I guess Femi at the V. Gemachi Gelach at your hools on Rangers of Malamach Trasho. En dat is een hele goede decent sip. Dat is keer Giocarichit in de Likelle Scherch. Schijnel geen jemmingen van de hele de hele Likelle Scherch. Maar zin het doel aan het hansig in de skipper Sergio. Josie Giard. Dat goede game getal. En is een macheling. Hier toe kijk Richard McLaughlin in de val. Die val Bierg broken hees winnen. Een smooi naar heen, fijn zoals live yes, schön gelozen surrengi. Robert Watson brengt dus wel live. Zo pikken te geven, kan je een klikje dan elke gaat de gorstige gejuus doe aan more in een skipperkip. Jim McLaughlin, klichtje te galapes en een kemmetje nachtkes en een sassing ergens wil ik. Maar wat Nicola Docherty de duur willen. First McLean kutjegetje van de pingi. Zij is het tansje de pingi ju en ik van de pingi nu billigste daar game. Jody McCleary. Tansje de live glie. Steko Libby Bans, ha kumala haatje, stuur klichtje masse game was nu hard ze zeggen ze ga. Lachlan, Geno Urtus, zoals live yes gaan vaat. Dus leog gerichtje teul als een keer kemmetje met je de pichu potter de kant de teul lijn traaju. Je gaat aan de skipper hoger geweest uit. Dus soon daar schön nog mal het al. Chelsea Cornet, maar de vier goed terug. De Rangers, deze zijn de eerste skipper tansje geju kutje machine. Ik mas launch dan que vela de skipper nerste goed hasje de jamse. Je laat sammelte met je jametje. Docherty hier trap eisje de suas line flee. Femi Chile gedash. Go Cornet. Ik is voaster. Lachlan Shiur Pavashini Darakacha Druki Karste dag je vi karamelle de Marco Brogan Hay. Ik is tripletje show. Freya McDonald fine pick and Vrakkischen. Look at the glows for Partick Thistle in the downrig. Shit, gas in shoe like you know, profession. Chinestevo McLaughlin. Emma Black was calling Emma as we'd expect. The early pressure from Rangers and Hamilton having to sit in.
Yeah, I think this will exactly the way the game will pan out. You know, Rangers will certainly want to pin Hamilton back.
Here's the Boschank. Go Rangers. I guess Chelsea Cornet, Galen Olich. Cornet, that's evokes it. Rachel Rowe, Lisha the Boschank. Nicky van Pingy. Hij hard, zeg te gaan, je gaat tansje goed. Dash go hey. Nurpe Darakach, I guess Gidach go. Chloe Nicholson. A lot of room on the edge of the box there, Emma.
Absolutely, you can see it's certainly straight off the training ground, and it's the way Hamilton have set up defensively for that set piece. There's zonal marking. You've seen the crowd of Rangers players at the back post, and Kirsty Howitt was that trigger point. You know, she made the run indicating that she was going to go short, and naturally all the Hamilton players then will look at Kirsty Howitt's run. However, obviously you've seen Rachel Rowe, she picked out Brogan Hay at the edge of the box, and you know, that'll give Brogan a lot of confidence to start with. You know, she was out for a few weeks there, picked up an injury. She had some minutes last week, and then obviously she's in the starting line-up today. And as a wide player or an attacking player, to get your first shot on target, it certainly sets you up for the rest of the game.
Yes, maar Kutjach, de Chloe Nicholson could do the savel. Even zijn mission hier. Rowe. This is gevallen me in the path. Sheena Casson, Sheer Golshech at the clicket and Sakilor, who is a canoe. You say the bowl could try a shot. You say the Gary Tarsing as Gavornach Jecha. A stay Rio Hardy of Own Lisha Nurpashech. She had options left and right there, Emma, going through and goal.
Yeah, she did. What a fantastic run, you know, just real power, real pace, driving through the heart of that Hamilton defence there. And what a weight of pass that was with her left foot to find Hardy.
Is forste nach Jecha goed Trinidad nach geheen le Hamilton. She'll row the vowel of the East, Charles Sonoshe. Have it. Vance, I guess the East. Nicholson. Gil La Trank of Yechke. She's been busy early on, and it's always good for a keeper as well to just get a couple of good saves. You feel that she's going to be pivotal if Hamilton are to get anything out of this.
Yeah, she'll be busy today, I expect that. But you've just seen the setup again from Hamilton on that set piece. They were just too slow to react to when Kirsta Howitt went short to get the ball. And you know, you've seen Ban, she was in the middle there. She had a few seconds, she had loads of space, loads of time to pick out her pass and get her shot off. That's just something that Hamilton have to be aware of. They have to react quicker.
Eli Martin, Union a clicket and a bash via Rangers, Nish Hamilton, Groom, you shouldn't skip us it. Coakley, Ithchela, you skip at. It's Chloe Muir, Ravena Boyd, Kuchuk. It's kind of some Tilly Royan, she is Seduction, Kirsty McIntosh, Chin Fash, putting out Baul Humal. Duval, Martin Fiech de Golsua Seduction. Well, at the fine Shachat de Gier gooi manager you can do the gal. Bishina Vishnyak de Hamilton. Lachlan. Vance van Gudic. Noorsen tune de geval of a triple gesnok. Is he going to get tall? Rachel Rova picking to Haring at Ashera. Well, they go Ash got Jenna 5. And you'll kusse the Viech, kusse the Yan, some Navaris. Pushing the crash and stock, Jiddy Yam, Kuchuk. Cornet. Ashko Hill. Cleary Sue, Dusa, Maglosh at the ball, Tarsi in the pathket. Ashko Levy Bants. There's McGiddick, Bowlich in the Dusa. Doherty, Machko, McCleary. Furch nog voor Rangers. Klaar goed liat in de paard get Gartu waar niet. Lachlan Masho kom alles toe. Hey Gianushin, down to Chimichael Eli Martin. Ze vallen boy per Kuchak. Is een oorse in de passage in de stay. De Hugh Kata. Lissa Reed in de stay van Achlieg. Lachlan. Fiach in Yadish, McCleary, Laura Kaishid. All room, mind she is live lead, Trass again. Ashka Doherty. Cornet. Bro, I guess Brogan here, Fiach in the goal stay the cool, but shouldn't pass the pair Kata. Yes, Chloe Muir started. Cornet, Fiach in Yadish. Bro, the clock gig, I guess, if a shot Caramella. The Rangers about the hook Alashach. The Ish, Rachel Rowe, Gal Smach, the Hulishan. You can see what an influential player she is, Emma. She's been out since virtually the opening day of the season against Spartans, and she's come back in and bossing that midfield area already.
Yeah, she is. I think she's a very, very good signing. You know, an international player, many caps for Wales.
Rowe, I guess. Well, shouldn't have pushed you guys. Gevaarlijk, gaan vast de goal. Cleary, Fiech de Gumal at all. I guess not into Cathy Hill, fine Ike. Vance, Nash, Go Hill, nice Tasha Hudi, she is live yesh in a fat. McLaughlin tarsing. Ish taich ag ro de mwy fy McCleary. Dash chyn y chymrach. Agus yn isht. Rai fat the falla of Lishishin. And again, we're talking about this player, Emma Rachel Rowe, and you can see what she was trying to do, just curl line to the top corner.
Yeah, you can see obviously she's come over to this left-hand side now. She's picked up a real pocket of space here just at the edge of the box, and we've seen her before that also taking the set pieces. You know, she's had 3 corners already. You know, she's taking the free kicks, so she's very, very good at a dead ball situation also. But you can see she just didn't get quite enough whip on it to get it on target.
McCleary, the cheval was stay, go Howitt. Is Shachat id Rose of Ash good Doherty. Some condition of a keel of it. I gave McCleary Caramellas. I should hear him. Marabigra Tor Room and she is a live lead. Tras again. Lachlan Big Brogan Hay. You should gear it could be a look at all she is the division Kuchuk. Doherty, Machko McCleary. Nash gaan skippen weg is het is. Nulsanaal tarsing liat na paadje Rangers vechten is game heen. Hey, toch gaan lijnen. We zijn bouwen stuk kollig. Wel, nur in die zeggen dit Hannah Coakley. Die is kon te zien wat kleertje in de paadje van Rangers de traps de Brogan Hay. Fijne val van Chloe Muir. Yes. Rio Hardy via de cheval met de pescaro Hannah Coakley raad. The Boshain Illa, son Rachel Rowe. Dalab Suas. Usually, Fiachen the Archer de Val. Shin Jachem Moon. Lena Gian. I just got a more of my own who at the fall of it, and Yellow Kunat the fall of Kata. Nashko Pants. I guess it is. Nyatma, Sheswa Kishin Masai. Hardy. Karame Darakach. Ans the is to Sul McCurnia vach an ocean fancy got a Brogan Hay and a Barach room a Duval. Mishka McLaughlin. Cornet, I guess Rowe. Gieshin a gachker me and a path goes on Rangers. Caramisho, Urpo Aster. Nice the Dol Shachat Edavancha Tarsing. They've been patient so far, Rangers Emma, and they're using the width of the park. They're using Brogan Hay on one side and using Jodie McCleary just to try and stretch the Hamilton defence as much as they can. Yeah, and I think that'll be vitally important for them. You can see that the way Hamilton have set up, you know, they've got that 4-1-4-1 formation, but their back four is really narrow. So that's where all the space is. It is down the wide areas, and you can see Brogan Hay on that occasion there. You know, she's touchline, you know, she's out wide, she's holding that width. Young Jodie on the left-hand side is also doing that, so it's important that Rangers get the ball to him and just trying to drag that back four of Hamilton out of position, and then it then creates that more spaces for Kirsty Howitt and Hardy in the middle of the park. Be Robert Watson in the division getakel at the find in a heel farce Jenny Yem can tell gauw lag uit de scenario aan de prip in de soele. I guess toch get a show down. McLaughlin is wel de stay. Hey, de goal het hasje gehad. Roon je echt de cool Howitt. Was in the the upper dash. Go Dashko, Brogan Hay, I guess Frey McDonald. That's the run that drops it. It's last ditch defending for Hamilton, but you feel that Rangers are knocking on the door now. Yeah, they are, you know, they're pressing them, you know, it was a fantastic ball there and a fantastic run down the right hand side. You know, I thought maybe Brogan could have taken her touch towards the goal to get her shot off, but you know, that could just come with match fitness. You know, she's missed a few games already, but that certainly will come for her. But you know, Rangers are certainly piling on the pressure already, and it's only been 13 minutes or so played. McCleary, Gachumalistay, in the Clees, Apodistig, Gopans, I guess I do the Suag of Aikiri, the Shin Libby Bants. That should have been the opener, Emma, but she just didn't get the connection she wanted. No, she wasn't. You can see obviously that pass there from Nicola Docherty into the strikers and then laying it off for Jodie. Fantastic cross into the box, you know, picks her out, but Barnes has just got to do better. She just has to get more of a connection onto it, but it's on her weaker side. No, she had Haram Fullashach in the game against Rangers of the Geshachat. Is now on the broken Hamilton famous to pick and first and Kuchach Moutel again. That game or shot. I guess had the Swyf de baintioch leach sliek Chloe Muir de lik al le brogen he. Is 'n shot karm gaif stoche veel in jene klikje daar nach gevoegtig soos. Brogen he jechin traip in de cool. Wil het nek Rangers at ashit cool of week. Nang skilior Huas Hamilton Kuchach. Gamas Abby McDonald agus Een zit er van energie wij vechten die hoek al lasjes tegen en woksen die chide gemaakt. Rangers tons game die is voor een goed. Vaste gemaakt. Dat is de room show Nicky Doherty. Die is McCleary de vermoeie. Shin Farlatal. Zo dele had tall room ik broken he die valles en count de hoek out. Bandsekero caught him berg in a game haast. So die is he achtig zo is naar hij. You could see she's looking across the line there and she probably feels that was quite a close call.
Yeah, I thought it was close, but what a fantastic ball from Rachel McLaughlin to find her, you know. She just threaded it right through, but yeah, Brogan Hill will be disappointed. You know, she's just went that fraction early and she doesn't have to do that. You know, she's got the pace to get there.
Die is ravig de Hamilton at je goed. I guess haast, skipper Joe Potter de veel. Dus je hier het line. I guess dat hul. Chloe Nicholson, Boe en Haas, Gejuach. Ze vinden dat je McCrashen, Koenart de shot, McCleary, Sorin line, Kuchach. Jen room je heen, de boksen. Pie Kirsty Howard, Nerpen is in I guess Savile en Mava, Chloe Nicholson. Die is. We said she'd have to have a good game. She's certainly having a busy game and been quite effective so far, Chloe Nicholson.
Wow, what a fantastic save that was. You know, a strong left hand up to it. You know, I actually thought Jodie McCleary could have drove in herself towards the goal to get her shot off, but she's cut inside and great free from Kirsty Howard there. But you can just see that sneaking just inside the post, but a fantastic save.
Rachel Rowe, die is van een Oshank. Rio Hardy toch en nu, agus de hoe gevallen bij die is. Sheer as fast get het hul, has je iron. Rio Hardy van en je Kirsty Howard. Lisje naar plek count. Potter schulting bek aan Anosh nach laten de hier lines gierig nimpi hakken ze game kom al top Evo Cornet dus Mitchell Rowe dan hij er mag crash hij je soos dat hij gemat driespel ze game ze shot misschien een bal weg ik McLaughlin een keer je me go dash zijn agus fatte bhui beshe soos go Howard agus Eve Garoshin in de line zich agus reetje de kra nach ro agus fuge shin Freya McDonald wel kind kolach de gloshi bal le line beshin Lachlan go hey agus die is Chile far Chloe Muir agus mag dival. Is toch geforst nach sin Hamilton nach tuga shachat. Koganig. Line Sheikh McDonald de bal. De bossen illegaal maar ha. Bans die is agus gadig. Or kry mo kom ale val. Stoy gade kenate de geval voor een line. Kemer nach sin is dai. Nela pulig. Falla vast. Agus openetje is die Stewie Gele agus vuur de Chloe Nicholson likkie asse bal schön sta je gadeken hoe dat aslish hey steko Cornet moet je nu goal mag en al gesag gaskulig Nidhi Villa, McCleary, Arsenko Cornet, the Ish Hay Gairi. Howitt. Chilton Yers, Chundaga Fallas, Fiachan the Upperhook, Eterihane is Rio Hardy. I guess the Mach, the Deval. Commentators cursed there, Emma. We've just been praising Chloe Nicholson, and she managed somehow to get herself out of bother there.
Yeah, it's quite incredible how that actually didn't go in there, you know. She obviously didn't get enough on it, she didn't hold it, it parried out.
Agus satte de goed van Lianach geheen, maar jedig. Melissa Reid, fiach in die staat toch de grootste was agus hapuringi tjechig as de raad, agus hij de bouw goed tarsing de Lian, agus shinne hier tuil gaan game. Well was coming, Emma. Melissa Reid trying to get back to help, and inadvertently ball bounces off her and over the line.
Yeah, it was, and it's came down the right hand side for Rangers here, obviously getting that throw in, but it's Rachel Rowe involved again. She fizzes a fantastic ball into the box, and you know, and Melissa Reid, she just got no idea. She's just got her body shape is just all wrong, you know. She's running towards her own goal. She's facing her own goal, and it's just ricocheted off her left foot onto her right into the back of the net.
It's such a good ball as well. It's away from the keeper, so the defender has to deal with it, knowing that Jodie McCleary is right behind her as well.
Yeah, it is, but I think her body position has to be better. She has to have her shoulders open and actually not running towards your own goal and facing your own goal, because you're just asking for trouble there. So no, she'll obviously be certainly disappointed, as was her teammates will be, but it's, for me, looking back on the Hamilton results, it's a reaction. What you're expecting out, it's a reaction from the players. You know, it's not to be vulnerable, you know. It's changing that mentality of Hamilton, because what tends to happen with Hamilton is when they concede a goal, they concede almost immediately straight after it. So hopefully they've learned from, obviously, that in the previous games. And Melissa Reid, you know, she's just got to forget about that now and move on.
Melissa Reid, look at the pair, Dace and a Chai, at Glasgow City for Ush, Auckland Duke, Mr. Gloshi, go Hamilton. Sin clic at dog, Auckland Duke. Hill, le ball fatte Riish, agus Uadela McCleary. Tar room ach je de duze. Jegen de Rachel Rowe, de fall of Riish. Agus de drops of Frey McDonald, Jen Keenan a Gaigig. En de ball nog getarsing. And the disappointment from Hamilton's point of view, Emma, and Robert Watson, the manager, having kept it so tight for the first 20 minutes, you concede a goal as sloppy as that.
Yeah, as I'd imagine that would have been his game plan, would be try and stay in the game as long as possible. Don't give anything away to Rangers, you know, don't gift them any individual errors, and that's unfortunately that's what's happened to Rangers. But you know, it was a decent 20 minutes or so for Hamilton up till that point. You know, they've contained Rangers, you know, everything was in front of them. Hamilton's game plan, you can see they're obviously trying to give away the wide areas to Rangers and deal with the crosses into the box, but you know, we've just seen obviously that fizzing cross in from Rowe, and unfortunately was touched on it there that Melissa Reid, you know, she's just obviously caught out of position, body shape not right, and unfortunately it's into the back of the net for her. But as I've said, it's just a reaction. You want to see a positive reaction from Hamilton at this stage, but Rangers, you know, they'll obviously be looking to kick on and try and build on that.
Melissa Reid, bal na lawan, is fiachan de shatu lashin, de mach Sakina. Bal na share Suas gonna know. Maybe McDonald define Suaget. Heat Helga the Viakin Josie Giard, who is a canoe. Yes, a Heat the Boshing, Yana game. Hamilton Akis. Anna Yara wat je gaat er weer voedig gaan al op het pleenige moren is. Keetul, a Giard, a decent. Misschien maar gevat de bal liggen. Moet ik het een grote shot. Koik naar achter hoe is ze boksen. De cheval in tarsing. Juval, goed je eens. Wel, jemig. Gaat die heel jelijk de shin bij zich. Je gaat ook kunnen de koel uit. That was a really good delivery.
Yeah, it was a good delivery, you know, a lot of pace on it, a lot of whip in it. You know, Hill has to deal with the back post. You can see Hannah Coakley coming right behind her, so she has to get something on it.
Kirsty McIntosh of Chinas the Cool, Fiachin the Rutakin Yenu yet. Cathy Hill Shin Reichbit is McIntosh in at the legal of the portion of the Vela. Sheila Vac Rangers and Hawkett. McIntosh Mahat van de val. Die is articuleren de val. Like zo dele Shehil. Haka gronku geval av son. De dress. De poshang is Shui Gele. Son Hamilton. And as responses go, Emma, this has not been too bad from Hamilton.
No, absolutely. You know, obviously just eases the pressure off them defensively. You know, they've got the ball now in Rangers' box, and this is what they've got to do. They've got to take advantage of opportunities, especially set pieces. You know, this is their third corner in a row, so they'll be looking to get on the end of this one.
Sure, see who's calling it. Me ball of eat, Nashar Nava, should get that, got him. Idelijk al Shachat. I guess, Shin vice manager de Kiri in the Quicketan. Jenna Nashar, Chloe Muir of Anlische, the Poshang is there. Rangers vechen die hoek allemaal sa. Hamilton, veel in de Quicketan, vechen die Puchtig Suez, vechen die middag gehaald, like, wel Jenna 5 is kaag het je goed. Libby Bance. Ach, geprogen he. Die is shoulder room, hek McCleary. Duze Magloos zet de bal, Golo, Shinfar Latal. Haich Chin bo Rachel Rowe. Is really fine shachat hier, het lucht het Gian. Chiliat Vienna Paatke, Tansje Gerish. Well, Gatherje McLaughlin, Paul Hertzley is Giard Idde Guts, Noorsen Idde Lekal. Hugh Robert Watson, Mission Gunnig Lukita en Akison, Idde Val. Kassen het al liep gele, zo, ach, Renje Kienjach nach Giard Tsjechië gevallen als je wou, dat je McLaughlin. Je staat de puchtig, klik het aan Soes gaan er nooit. Allard, Droask, Cornet getaat. Wanneer ze meneer passen je op het harak, als je was in wil koekelen mee in een pathje. Zie dat het al trein kan dribbelen, go. Jenna 5. Hey. De beste Yisha, Libby Bance, Torumek, Cornet, had ik al in de coole shit. Good Doherty. Drach vast van McLaughlin. Karam Makje heeg zo is de lijnen. Geert vechten die Fumalkes jig taich naar Sashkara. Al staat al Shekhi die hou. Ellie Martin kan het ietsjes woord bij ja ka goedie shot. McIntosh. Correction Tahi. Is Hamilton College geloof rumors te lezen Libby Bance mee aan de paadje. Voelt in je dash down een coole wheel gewoon Giard. Cornets go McCleary. Bans, stuk kassen Howard. Hier gaat de tune weg. Vader kan kruiden de leka, lag een nietjak voedig zaag. Die is Giard de nu roe en je hebt Hamilton is een bouwlijn je mag. Zij, je gaat je nu gelooren zo'n goemale de val. Aber Watson, Bill, Almarisashe, Duval. Dyn mae'r ysyn y cydystau, tŵa fas oped, wydden as van oped. Muur. Agus Ries, nille pas me gede Michael Jara wat het hansje Josie Geard. Doherty, bal fatte, agus Frey McDonald, Kumal Soul Geard de sin. Skafak an osen Rachel Rowe ein trying go Kirsty Howard, agus Rinne ma neur bijna falla agus de Bosch an ein. Hier is Chloe Nicholson, zijn aantje Gerst. Rowe. Geet wel de vallen was je gevatte die progen heen. En Ash gaan gummerig. Zo'n dat je vallen van McIntosh. Is je bouwtje een tarsing, bal konartig, agus hadden voor de stui. Prachtig voor hier is. Agus heel gelukkig dat je aan een fijne daratul is een Rangers. Jiddig als joy ileer. Good finish from the defender Emma, but defensively you're asking questions about the room she's given right in the 6-yard box here.
Yeah, she had acres of room, but good play by Rowe, you know. Fantastic cross into the box, and you can see what Hamilton are trying to do. They're trying to squeeze up, but as you're squeezing up as moving with the ball, they're then not picking up the players to come with that. And Kathy Hill just finds acres of space right in front of the goalkeeper. You know, she took a fantastic touch there and finished it with her left foot. Great finish, but it's nothing that Rangers don't deserve. You know, they've certainly been on the front foot. They've dominated possession of the ball and they've dominated the areas of the park, and they're certainly pushing for more.
Hier Tull, Jenna Dace en ik Hill as a league. I guess the Rangers goed Jaak en Johnny het hansig. En de valde die is kind is on McCleary. Na, hallo McCleary soos alleen hy doen 'n poeltjie gekarige stuit, maar hy Giano draas dat gaat hard room met de moeie. Die Ju valde goeie shock attack op Bans. Rowe. Keine dash van McCleary. Agus die is Chloe Nicholson back your first third. And as you're alluding to earlier, Emma, the danger is that Hamilton could concede a few more.
Yeah, and yeah, I did mention that, but that tends to what happen with Hamilton on occasions during games, that they become vulnerable. When they concede, it tends to be that their mentality, their confidence levels just completely drop, and then other teams, opponents recognise that and they play on that, and that's certainly what Rangers are doing. But you know, it's been a difficult 30 minutes or so for Hamilton already. You know, they've not had many opportunities. They've had those 3 corners in a row, which we'd seen, but that's the type of opportunities that Hamilton have to capitalise on. You know, they have to make the most of it, and especially here in this situation. You know, you can get the ball into the box, but it's the quality of delivery into the box, it's the quality of runs inside the box, it's then picking up the second balls.
Kathy Hill, de pennige, de goort de goggene die, ach zuur vreepes aan Hamilton. Kirsty McIntosh as a Kuhn, agus doch is bal na sjare de stui. Street de leentje nach gedaan de boksen. Hier de Ritchie, Jimmy Gedegat al soos is in. Rowe het val op, Jach gaat de boksen, agus Messiah gaat de dara up. Kirsty Howard, de Pristju. McCleary in die broken head die willen. Tot trying to McCleary shot Cormus on a dress tail. En wie is hij staat geta? En dus hij gaat hem het vol op. Ashko Howard. Hij tolken alleen het van Michael Martin. Die is Shagus. Die gaat ik in. Als je de goal stuit. Ik je vast die. En dus hij put into Chloe Nicholson. Schöne Gumalamach. And just as we were talking, Emma, it's another cheap goal for Hamilton to concede.
Yeah, it was. It came from that transitional play. It came from that counter-attack from Rangers, you know. Kerr just wanted too much time in front of the Rangers box, and Kirsty Howitt managed to get on the end of it and played a fantastic through ball initially to Jodie McCleary. But I think for me, she's just obviously missed her opportunity to get her shot off, and then it ricocheted out. Second phase of play, and it's fallen to Brogan Hay down the right hand side. She's so good at that. She's obviously taken a great touch, crossed it into the box and looking for Chelsea corner at that front post, but I'm not sure if it's come off her hand there.
I think it might have been an own goal.
I think it was.
Come off McIntosh. Yes, Kirsty McIntosh have you Giri in Durham sin a hannig Sue McGee the Geisha ke first out. I guess Shinna dress Tull the Sun Rangers Jean Gamalua Sue Hele Daris dress Tull. It's a shin. And you got a quarter more at Hamilton's games that you a bit got him found the bound fall of an issue of Father King. Cleary, the ish Garo still going to be in. Laughlin, go Howitt, Hay, Shachat cool, Rachel Rowe, this year got Cornet, Howitt, Fiachan the room, Yenigi Haynes, Norsen, Hokaladash, Shaggis Hardy, Taring and Nur, Jadashach, Juice that, and Urpeke Daraka, Jaminavaris, Cleary, Fiachan Yadish. It's good to shot Falav. The slew in a 6 minutes ago, the unit. Falav Bullock for Hamilton. Decided to stay at the unit. Rowe, the Ish, Room McCleary. The Ish Chait Dodash, Le Cheval. Richie Gagne Falav. Laughlin. Hullet in Jolan Mishnich and Ishak Rangers, Hullet Nikiri Sue get the vow. Hey Kairitra, Yech McLaughlin de Gedichtje, goed smarten, agus muur as a raad or it. Hornet, Gaskulig mag go. Doherty, Trapshit, Adolf G, that is still in a Vauxhall-ish. Rowe, and Ashka McLaughlin. I guess, well, Gemat Dan, Fiachin, Vogafata Shinnemach, Rachel McLaughlin. Even though, like you might have a decent set, Countess on a Daratul. Joe Potter, I nearly count for Tollage, Shinach Visky be rear Rachel, the 3 turl at the 9. I guess, Chloe Nicholson, give me Orstanach, the 3 echtjen het steken gaan echtje. We gaan koers hier nog. Vachbus en Nillingen. Dan strijd het downrug. Kagen uit alle muur. Heel lively. So the shot caught him for a fiach in the kish now nach an Elena Giant. McIntosh let the bow at Olamach can triplets a beat. That'll be one area of disappointment for Robert Watts and Emma, that when they have had those kind of set pieces, they've not asked really many questions of the Rangers defence, and you feel those are the chances that they have to get something out of this game. Yeah, that's opportunities that they've got to make the most of, and as I mentioned before, it's that the quality of the cross or the delivery into the box, into the area, is picking out the right players. On that occasion there, that was the right idea. You seen Josie made that run down the side of Rachel McLaughlin, but then it's the weight of pass, it's the direction of pass, it's the timing of the run. So you can see the idea is there, but it's just they're lacking that quality to execute that. Cornet, let room. Bouw de hoek allemaal op Brogan Hay. McCunniff, Kirsty Howitt. Drach vast, goed beschut. McIntosh is de raad, 2 Noorsen. Met de klach in de weg. Kun je voelen van een sabeltje. minutes yn gwylio yw'n agus has na 3 tŵl a sy'n ydyr y da skipper. Dych si a tŵl a ha Rangers e lig elastau e des yn sys y lig. Cleary sy'n doing gan y leach i hyn, lig ele i dochar tegol amach e dwys yma gef Rachel Rowe. Iddo cwtroia. I laatje de casgelier gasjes lakje. Hij wel ja de darak as Rio Hardy. Ja gaan die Kero Turline. Doch artilische gasjes lakje agus Hardy Jach Shachat. En hul Gio Gachkische. Shell the room a shot, like Rachel Rowe. Cleary de Muyi, Shin Farlatol. Bouw naast Traaien, maar het al Giedig. Stuk of Frey McDonald, daar ga je in vallen. Zeg maar game training in de Rangers. Klik je daar nu klik je daar Gian. Goed, dit heeft de Hamilton naar jou wie is je wil vatte duel. Hey, Jim Broom de McLaughlin de Muyi. Jim McLaughlin gaan lijnen bij de Pashanelle de Rangers. Ailey Martin as a rat. Rangers kind of on a Gero Tull Roleune. Rio Hardy, Chelsea corner to Miskinuna Fair. Shachat de Pants, Vakara Maikisha, I guess up this Shikaprogan Hay, I guess Art, I guess Shachat. Met de boel broken he Darakac, ach woelie Darakac, ze wordt samen zo in het koelig deel. Gielen is Ashkid Leeuwne, is gaan door in Shinchin, Wokeljoris en een klikje aan een Hamilton overvallig ging. Martin, Giri Clickett Chin as Ashkara, Coakley, TEDx Chinach and you'll pass it Ashkirava, and it's a Rio Hardy Katunik Shias. Savinach. First to have it to the Hennemach has scored a gallop and the Chemican McGee the Kuchaks and a here to it. Hill, who are the Dara Turl, Palma, Marco Progan here had in an alchana Duse, Yenis, McCleary, Imolachiano, McCleary in Ish, Eduval. You let the Clercu around in Kata, Chili Gadash can a life fleet. Row, Dol stick and a box the in met we Fashkel, like news or a show. I guess Melissa Reed, General Cleva, General Kenyan Akhanigi, Shalik, Fullishaki, Darakach. Doherty. Stuck Casson Howitt. Began tarring at the lane, Givo McDonald. Bance. Here's the Vimungi, Brogan Hay. Aldrich Tarsing gaan vast de goal. McCleary Valnich in a stay. Achrenieli Martin. Vies ma. Jigsu again the Shinley count. Geard Noors in a stay. Cooley McLaughlin. The chicken McGiddig in a kid late. Sarishma could be Unia Varach down like Jiddig Nile. Machine chicken number like Rangers Kerato Lineo Hamilton Gunning Hor like Elistay. Cleary. East Chile at the dash. Rachel the Suli and Water. Nijak Navia like as a phonation. Son. Hier late had a big McCardle to skip a Joe Potter. We got Grish must do that here tell. Nach Norsen who had Cathy Hill a leap in the tool. Stuart Melissa Reid a bowl to the Liana Hane. I guess Norsen Kirsty McIntosh a coup de wheel thrown a Liana Hane. Could just a shinning Kinsha study. Joe Dulik sad the Vita Hamilton at your cool. I guess Chloe Nicholson at the Genoa G. Groen Havely and Ma Kuchakach and putting you more in the Yano. When the tool, the high state, Megas a shot, like Leeunia, like New Douglas Park, Oped Voro, Melissa Reid, I guess Kach, Satachano, Slia, Suas and Tunnel, I guess Rangers Sathoshach, 3 Kunyoni.
Wel, mae'r fasing y dŵl, Rangers gyma cortal y sioag parca New Douglas. As yn y pwynig y 3 gynioni ag Leeunia. Emma, as we expected, Rangers dominating the game and probably worthy of their 3-0 lead at the break.
Yeah, absolutely, you know, and that's what I said at the top of the show, that Hamilton had to try and frustrate Rangers, stay in the game as long as possible, and they managed to get to the 20th minute. But for me then, you know, you can see Rangers were pushing, they were looking to add to their scoreline right up until half-time, and this is what we'll expect the second half also, is certainly Rangers piling on the pressure, dominating the ball and dominating possession.
Let's have a look back at the first half action, and as we expected, early pressure from Rangers, and it was typified by a couple of saves from Chloe Nicholson.
Yeah, it was. That was a fantastic save there. You know, it was great feet from Kirsty Howitt just at the edge of the box and get her shot off, but a strong left hand to put it out for a corner. And then we see the set pieces from Rangers. You know, it's something that they certainly work on in training. There, I think.
Wee bit fortunate there.
Yeah, she was lucky there, you know, but it was just a reaction from the second phase. It's this one here, how she managed to get up and get something else onto it, and then you see Hannah Coakley coming in at the back post then clearing their lines. But you know, that's been the way this game has panned out, is Rangers certainly piling on the pressure.
Yeah, of course, the goal did come, of course, and the pressure paid off from Rangers, and unfortunately for Melissa Reid, it was an own goal.
Yeah, it was, and you can see down Rangers' right-hand side, this is where a lot of the play is coming from. But Rachel Rowe, for me, has been fantastic the first half. She's been involved in 2 of the 3 goals, and that cross there that she fizzes right across the box. You know, Melissa Reid, for me, her body position is just all wrong. She's found herself in the wrong place at the wrong time almost, and she's just, the ball's caught underneath her feet and unfortunately it's went into the back of the net. But if Melissa Reid doesn't get anything on it, you can see Jodie McCleary coming in at the back post. Yeah,
maybe a bit of the inexperience. Robert Watson was talking about it before the game. Players missing from this Hamilton side. Melissa Reid coming in, 17 years of age. It's never going to be easy.
No, it's not, and it's a big ask for her, you know, especially playing against Rangers. But you can see how Hamilton have set up. I did speak about it during the game, that they're playing with a narrow back 4, which then obviously they don't want their full backs like Melissa Reid getting dragged out of position and finding herself in a 1v1 situation down the side against Jodie McCleary. It
was a good reaction though from Hamilton after that, but of course the second goal did eventually come from Catherine Hill, it was, and once again another ball into the box.
Yeah, it was, and you know, Rachel Roche has been deadly at set pieces the first half, but even here the second phase of play, you know, she faces up the defender, managed to whip in a fantastic cross, and the run from Cathy Hill, you know, she finds herself acres of space inside the box right in front of goal, but her first touch here for a centre back is pretty good, and then she finishes with her left foot.
But Rachel Rowe, though, probably the difference between the two sides. You wouldn't actually know she hasn't played much football this season.
No, and that's the difference in quality of players, and it's a player that obviously Joe Potter had pinpointed to bring in. So she's been magnificent the first half, and obviously they're looking to keep her fit for obviously the next up and coming games.
Unfortunately, the reaction from Hamilton after the second goal wasn't very good. They conceded once again, and it was once again an own goal. This time, though, through Brogan Hay down the right-hand side.
Yeah, Brogan Hay has obviously put in fantastic crosses so far. You know, she's so dangerous. She's so quick at getting to her full-back. It's just that touch there, fizzes it across the box, and yeah, it's just obviously came off her. It's went into the back of the net. But I think for me, as I mentioned, the way Hamilton have set up is they're giving away the wider areas, but Rangers are certainly capitalising on that, you know, especially down the right-hand side. You've seen Brogan Hay putting some crosses in, Rachel Rowe finding space down the right-hand side also.
Thank you for now, Emma. Wel, y drast asing tolach leingyn fwn y boddynich ag Hamilton agus get a hat y drast an y stein gaig bewn y league ha Joe Spirit hast ymysg na clichatrin agus fa sydd gyma ffolysioch nhw the hylsing eith na clichatrin na patraia eith y jachgang.
Right, you're getting the hot first, don't. I've done it before in my career.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's you. Megan Quinn. Megan Quinn. Definitely, actually, Megan Quinn.
One of them defenders, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Me. I think me.
Right, okay, you and Josie, we'll go with both. Do you know, I actually have to say Josie as well. I'm sorry, but I have to say Josie as well.
I don't know, I do a bit of coaching.
Yeah.
I'll give myself that job. I've got my C licence, so, well, I don't have it yet, but I'm doing it, so hopefully I get that soon.
Yeah. I would say, for me, either Hannah Coakley or Megan Quinn. I think they are so helpful when you're on the pitch, giving information, so I would say one of them.
I think I'd agree. Both, like, just leaders, they know what they're talking about, so probably them. Even Josie, she's got good knowledge as well.
Do you want to answer this one?
I don't know if Bobby's got a favourite. No, he probably does, doesn't he? I think his favourite is... He quite likes playing He likes Becca. And he likes Josie.
I'm going to go with Josie.
We're going with Josie?
Yeah, I think we'll go with Josie.
I wonder what Josie said. Did she say herself?
You.
I wouldn't say so. Ian makes jokes with me all the time.
Amanda's favourite. Maybe Connie, because she's been here for so long.
Me.
Yeah, Josie probably.
Sometimes we get scared of training and just rather step out the way.
Josie.
Yeah,
100% Josie.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe you.
Aye, I've got a wee bit of power.
Aye, see big long legs. Aye. I've been Morgan, aye.
Put them to good use.
I was thinking Chloe Muir.
No.
Can be quite...
Oh, true.
Bit of fit in. Chloe Muir,
But also you, because when I was watching Sunday, I don't know, you talk, but it's always ref. Probably Queenie for a second yellow.
Yeah, Connie for dissent. You'd be sent off, to be fair. I don't know what you're saying. You got sent off last season.
That was my first ever sending off, I know.
Josie.
I would also maybe say Connie. I think she's got quite a temper on her, to be fair.
Yeah. I wouldn't say for anything bad, just for probably like arguing with a ref, or like she just doesn't keep quiet sometimes.
The others said you.
Did they?
Oh, see, I knew it.
I knew it. So did I.
She does so much talking to the ref. It's like
somebody's got to do it.
And see, because I stand right next to her, I just hear it on. I'm like, a few times you could have got a wee card there.
Listen, if I didn't do it,
but I suppose that's captain duties. Like, I feel like,
yeah,
we'll let you.
I definitely want to get sent off. Might get a booking, but I'm not that bad.
Yeah. I think it's been a tough start. Obviously, we only managed to get 1 point so far, so I think with a lot of new players coming in, we needed some time to adjust to the league,
to adjust to the changes and just to get used to like the new players as well. But I think especially the last few games we've improved a lot and now picked up our first point as well. It was a big relief, I think, especially in the sense of getting something for all the effort we've put in so far. And it's just helping to like lift the mood for everybody and just making that work that we need to keep putting in that much easier.
I think there was a sense of relief. It was definitely needed. I think when we went in at half time, I'd done my ligaments that game, but I think like hearing from some of the girls coming in at half time, we would have took a draw straight away. So for us to come out and power through it just shows how we came together as a unit.
I think it's just taking a wee step back and realising where we are and what our goals are for the season, because our goals compared to those of Celtic and Rangers, who are a full-time team, compared to us, who everybody's got a job or is a student or is at work, then it's very different ambitions for the season. So I think motivation is high because we're, like I just said, we're building towards games where we know are going to be ones we're looking to take points from, and then Celtic and Rangers is a good experience. You want to go and play the best teams in the country and be in the best league in the country, so I think it's a good experience, especially for those who haven't played in this league before, to go and see the standard and where women's football is going. So I think it can only be positive, and I think you get motivation from that.
You've got to have a very positive mentality, because obviously, especially being a goalie in this league, there's a lot of pressure on the goalies to keep the ball out of the net, so you've got to make sure you're positive, you've got to be strong, especially because if a ball goes in the back of the net and you're not able to keep that strong mentality, then it's just going to affect the rest of your performance throughout the game.
The girls are brilliant. Everybody down there's fighting for one another, and you know, even the girls that have come in this year, there's a lot of girls that have got experience. Some that have maybe brought us some youth and some legs which we've been needing. They'll take on feedback, and you know, it's never negative, and we're just all there for each other, and I feel like we do really come together as a team. And even as captain, like, I know I could turn any of the girls in that team and they would certainly have my back. So we've started to come together a bit now. Yeah, it's taken us a wee bit of time, but the last few matches have been really positive for us. Even though we've had quite a few heavy defeats at the start of the season, but more recently we've certainly kind of put that to bed, and we've been performing much better.
For me, I would say obviously our ultimate goal is to avoid the relegation zone, which I think we're more than capable of doing, and I think we've showed that we're more than capable of doing. It's just taking the lessons from every game and implementing it into the next one.
Last season, what probably let us down in the end, because it was so close come end of the season, was head-to-heads against Dundee United. So I think this year head-to-heads will be massive, and making sure that games don't get away from us and we can claw back points, and because I think down the bottom of the table, even a point makes a big difference, as we saw at the end of last season.
You know, we were obviously in the playoff last season, so there's no getting away from the fact that we know that we're going to be fighting for our place, so every point on that board that we get is going to be important. Same as every goal we concede is probably going to be really important this year as well. So we know as a squad that we need to pull together, and we need to make sure that we're not in the playoff and we're not in that relegation spot, and I do feel like we've got the girls down there that can do that. Just taking a bit of time to get us there.
Sin gaibh maha cuideanna na cluichetar in seo ag Skipper Hamilton agus go tear mar a híisiú an hin a ddíad tar mis nach háast a misc na cluichetar in a sin. Emma, great VT there. Looking back on it, it was a lot of the players, of course, they know the task at hand here, but as we saw there, there's still plenty in high spirits.
Yeah, of course, and I think that's positive. It's a positive reaction from the group of girls there that were interviewed, and I think that's something they've got to then take on to the pitch. You know, I did mention at the top of the show, Hamilton for me, and when you're coming up against the top three like Rangers, Celtic, Glasgow City, they probably know they're not going to get anything out of the games. So what they need to do then is look to pick up points from teams that are in and around them within the league table. And obviously they have to look at next week then, because that'll be a huge opportunity for them when they come up against Montrose.
Do you think they really have cemented their place in the SWPL? They of course got promoted a few seasons ago, league restructurings and stuff like that have been in there, but of course, do you think they have really cemented their place here?
No, I don't think they have. I think you just have to look at last season. You know, obviously they'd found themselves in that playoff situation at playoff final against obviously Gartcairn. So no, I don't think they have cemented their place. And the teams that are coming up, obviously Montrose get promoted this season. They got a fantastic result today against Arts and picked up a point. So no, I don't think they have cemented their place in this SWPL 1. It will be difficult for them.
You mentioned there the Montrose game earlier on today, getting a point against Hearts. We can have a look back at some of the other games today. We saw at the start of the day, but Glasgow City winning against Spartans. We'll touch on Celtic and Glasgow City in a minute, but just a massive result there for Montrose at home, coming back from 2-0 down as well, and it was a late goal from Amy Ridgway that won them that vital point.
Yeah, they're certainly on a run of form just now. Montrose are full of confidence, and you know, to score an 89th minute equaliser at home against Hearts, you know, it's just fantastic for them. And you know, I don't think anyone would have certainly seen that coming. You know, everybody would have been assuming that Hearts will travel up to Montrose and pick up the 3 points, but you know, you just can't underestimate those teams.
It just means as well for Hamilton next weekend, it's an even bigger game now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely massive. You know, I spoke to Robert just before we came on live here, and he was saying he was looking ahead to that game, to the Montrose game, and you know, and it's that result has taken everybody back. You know, and for Hamilton, they will be looking at the other results of like Montrose, of the likes of Dundee United round about them.
Looking at Rangers, the situation there, and of course going for the league title, going for those Champions League places. Celtic and Glasgow City winning early on here today. Celtic, of course, putting 6 past Motherwell. That's an even more incentive for Rangers to grab a few more goals this afternoon. Yeah, as and obviously the Rangers players will be well aware of that result, obviously coming into this game this evening. So, you know, they've obviously scored 3 goals already, so they will certainly looking to add to that. And, you know, they've got firepower on the bench also. Well, thank you so much. Agus he mar a hísio a game. Gus táis go darnlí, gus táis go sin idáis go Alec.
Let the winkel da aardige ge Rangers a klee unie in sin ge me geen sin garstad. Agus da skippe dash de faat. Agus kasti hebben te veel dus Nija kason darli goed getal. En nu is ge fijn stuur van een reetje dat de jun sul me gedig in hoe dat. Agus unie haarige Kirsty McLean in de val as a vinach me aan de paadje. Heel gaskulig tars in de paadje gaan nog lukken dat hele had chin voor de paadje Mia Macaulay. Zit al je naar Brogan heen. Agus Jodie McCleary. Kirsty McLean houdt zich game megedig. Nu hard gaat je geschuldigd doen nog kassen scoorde Joe Potter die krijgt in harig in de Shinigano. Sin Mia Macaulay agus fiad dú héan a bhí eich cóig tuil mar ha jearafagad na háiriché na sin. Cornet dulge cúteach gus an McLean. Joe Potter clechgig na bengi eichise. Donald leis a bhdéip suas. Mitchell Rowe, look at the bear, was na falch in the faat, gas heat late, agus either wachke show. Lauren Kerr, Jonakina na Khangi, na Sacha. Yes, Rowe on the Seeker Chown, was the fall of a Coakley, and Khamangi Shechat. It Kerr, the Casamach, some starter Hadara. Croat Toshach in Macaulay. Skippy in Doltroya, ik bij on the screen. Kunnen vadergig. Hamilton kanarige, da aardige de Romy Breen on Rangers. Macaulay. Ashko Pants. Agus Kirsty McLean, B. Macaulay, Doltroya, has it all like his game of Nicholson. The Hina Mach, Jelika the Shaduyaku. She's in such confident form at the moment, Emma, and it just shows the depth of quality that Joe Potter has. As you can turn to the bench and bring the likes of Mia Macaulay and Kirsty McLean on.
league titles, Champions League spots in both cups.
Wel, dat Joe Potter y bryn ddim again sy'n dron again. Graag fel sy'n gest ymach le gemich yn môr yn o'i hebs yn ahach gen y gai brocs agos yn o'r sy'n falafantau yn o'i Celtic. Gemich yn môr ydd ffad y gai sy'n. Agos as y chwch beth biad y clich bar y mir thysl. Agos sy'n sy'n charsol gwrs gyda'n nach y chwch belig. Skip y fo SWPL i ga a ddag alas yn apys. Agos sy'n y chlich yn afias. Martin, Suasalina, Iechyn ni Macintosh, look at the stay. Blochlan, Janakina Nachaigi, tuned like it. Shot caught him to Gilly Martin. Wel, Suas gan a noshing. Wish me can nurin yihatig ysdiach a fata sin bi giri. Could you get chin fash got up? Muir, get Tedection heen, and Genoorsen. Fadach gynnora, fain chan o lein as y bawlain tarsyn, Jordan McCleary as y rad ora. Rúmek McLean, Cawn the hook out past the leaks, Macaulay, lure this a yard at all stay. Ga ddech ar y bawl o'r tle. That's the last thing poor Melissa Reid wants to see someone like Mia Macaulay coming on jet heeled, and every time she's getting away from her.
Yeah, she is, and that's something that we actually didn't see from Jodie McCleary down the left-hand side from Rangers in the first half, is willing to take on Melissa Reid in a 1v1 situation. Whereas you bring on the likes of Macaulay, who's a different type of player, and she's obviously willing to, as you say, get the head down, the feet, the ball in front of her and get running, and you can see just how quick she is there.
Rangers coin this on. Cero Tull tra as a darle, Rachel Rowe as a noshang. As a dish Hill, Fiachin, Rutican Ein Nation, a dash of the Casa, nach a bowl of the Yan and the Ranica Tarsing. Vance Tundikes, well, dash got Rachel McLaughlin and Heather Cooley. McLean, McLeary, McCunnev, stoch nach Alfeim, ich got a room of Fostel in McCunnev. Agus y dolch go lar a sin, caint as an played finish for Ria Hardy. Ba Evan van y clichet an ag Rangers, ach rwys y biag y Rachel ys yna tacri yn achga. Hardy. Yes. Bawl the hook al Tarsin vote McLaughlin is it gyfil Rúmek Macaulay e ddifal. Agos y bawl siachat y McCleary agos y mach. Some appeals here, Emma, for a penalty, possible penalty.
I think for me actually Hannah Coakley, she does catch her, you know, you can just see Hannah Coakley's left foot just coming round her trying to win the ball, so she does catch her, but I don't think there's enough connection on Hardy for her to go over like that. But Hannah Coakley, she's just got to be more clever about that situation, you know, she's not going to be able to nip in front of Hardy and win the ball, she's just obviously got to stand her up and try not allow her to turn.
Hannah Coakley route again first in a chashin channing. Toch naar een game met de winnaar Bastje, ik heb een reetje de fijne short shachat. Macintosh, bal Karanita Alun, na sin ar awash get dochati. So at the follow Abby McDonald. Have puchtig suas, pick and asashke Josie Giard. Rowe, is het je wil taich, je wil dive mooi. Macaulay, a chadrapat Melissa Reid, Rasha Kumal came there. Doherty, de gasglie, gasses laatje dat je kan lopen is dit. Ja, dat je hier door bijna vallen. Haas gaan je laten dit boelig gaan de vallen wat goed. Muir, Le Cheval, Suez, go Abby McDonald. bawl amach I ddifal. Sin fi'n corn tyrlwch yn arfaddach yw, Melissa Reid, diolch a bwrn i casan ein amachas ar fad ydy sin. Nys yn orsyn, Cathy Hill, da hwag mafan y chwicet a Gian, son a dar y tyl, sy'n orsyn, rwy'n gan hed olch yn y leina, sy'n mae iedig y Gian far Kirsty McIntosh, dar y tyl o'ch ydy trwy'n lian ac y hen, sy'n y ffacel skipper Joe Potter yn y sych y ffalan, agos Robert Watson, iddo glwn yn chafwr, soch gyfi ffeim ac idd bic anwr ni ma, mae'r fydda chael cor hyl y sio. Geared yn y mac ata, agos hadydd clicid yn y ffwc dy sŵas miwr, fiechan dy gael troi yn mai yn yr befallab, Hill, fiechan dy sy'n dar y sagwn ys ydi eich fe ef ysyn, gysach y bawl o lain sy'ch yw. Miwr y ffadach yn gyrib y ffenna sy'n fan. Boy Muir appealing for a handball there.
Yeah, it did come up off Jodie McCleary, but there's no way you're going to give a penalty for that. I can see why
one of those where you
asking.
try and actually get your hand out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, it was a good run, it was a good break, it was a good run by Muir, just to get in obviously between Jodie McCleary and Cathy Hill, but no, you're not going to get a penalty for that.
Nice, I can count Nela, Kunat Gaib, Mitchell Rowe, Howard, agus Hardy, McCann, stoch yn achal ffeim a'ch gora chocwachach, glwchyd ad cymarach ym yn y pathgus on Rangers. Biog, Howard, agus fiach yn di oprach y gymach. Go McCleary, ydych Martin, fi sy'n ych ymwneud ystod hei, the bawl, diolch o jydash the Rangers. Cleary, Idash, go McLaughlin. McLean. Rowe. This is Gavil Macaulay for the Fashke lane. Ddifal down to Shachat Adun and Jish. Idash go Kirsty McLean. Jyn y rwng I hyn i'r nod. Becant a haring Idash ar y hastau Dol McLean. Ach go Macaulay Idish. Rowe. Le bal Karen Doch as ach sydd Idish fe Evan. Gysiach sy'n o lain sy'ch yw. Groen hachart yn myrsynna dy fi iawn tras y dar ydi Chloe Muir y fawn ac ydych ac y cael neile y trapsa Gai at the fyddi bosiang Yet another handball shout here, Emma.
Yeah, it was Rachel Rowe putting the cross in. I think for me, actually, you could give that, couldn't you? You can obviously see why the Rangers fans and obviously the players are shouting for it, because there's no one near her. There's no need for our hands to be raised like that.
Dwi'n cynodach na'r chwysd y laf amach. Mae'r ein Chloe Muir. Fe bosing ydy gael. Bans fiach yn dysyn nyr bain ystau. Abby MacDonald ac ystadar ys yn orson. Nyr pwtyn ystau mae gedig agos hat ydy cer y tyl ein. Kirsty Howard agos ydi ys chanig Shin far cwtig yn edli ystau. Ies yn geraf ag ydy Shin y garstad. Ach ha Kirsty Howard ydy, wel, hi a dawr bain. Niels am ni hwyd y sŵr y cwtramach. I'm not sure if this will go down as another own goal, Emma, but certainly Kirsty Howard with the initial attempt.
Yeah, it was. You know, it was initially Kirsty went out for the short corner, and you know, and she's made obviously at work. You know, she's trying to obviously turn, find Spence in the box, but it's just ricocheted out to her. You know, and she's just hit it first time. A lot of pace into it, and I think it was going towards the goal. You know, but it's just come off the Hamilton defender, wrong-footed Nicholson in the goal, and finds the back of the net.
Sinna tachart Melissa Reid the goal ge. Some sminker Shelley Campbell han ik na haatje. Five Mach Go Hill. Docherty, Lishaval Lata, Suasco, Rachel Rowe, Lumalan Spilnick. Haas Rowe, toch in a line-up, agus Dish Savalo Ma, Van Nicholson, Uadela, Kirsty Howard, have check has been a rush into the goal. But again, Emma, this is a fantastic instinctive save from Chloe Nicholson.
Yeah, it was a tremendous save from her. Good feet, good pace by Rachel Rowe down this left-hand side. The ball comes up off of Hannah Cockley, I think it is, on her arm, but that's a tremendous save.
Ja, I'd Kumalas again go either. Rachel Rowe, Lisha, the Poshan, Yagas, Freya McDonald, some Yisha, Hannah Kisua, Magidiga, Miss Maynard. No, but if I get Howard, who the get it to Hanneke for Freya McDonald and Miss Munyan near Ratestein. Vance, Chile Gamach on a line fleet. Rachel Rowe. Yes, McDonald Sarant or Howard. Here's Boaster. Gaat die hele Noorsen de Fiach in de SWPL Darakach, Futi dan is look aan de vluchtig Suez Rangers. McLaughlin look at the Chian Steen nachke. En nog even gouden shock at that. Agus Bans Dodash Kachena 5. Cleary. En nou gaan we Tuesday in de vaart. En ik Macaulay die doe willen. En mijn naam is er niet ik shot. Drew Balbo, Kirsty McLean, G de gichtje. Mia Macaulay. Smoenje hier de goal gaan lijnen. Howard, Tjoendijks, Pierre McCleary. Dus die is uit de fijne steetje, cool, Bans, Tarsingen Voksevik, ergens wat je nog, Roated Hoshach en Rio Hardy. It's a good ball across the 6-yard box, Emma, but there's no one there.
No, so dangerous for me. I thought she was actually going to shoot.
Yeah.
I thought she could have got her shot off. If she put it onto her left foot, she could have found the far post, but not a dangerous cross into the box once again from Rangers. And I think that's what they have been working on. For me, obviously we've seen Brogan Hay first half, we've seen Macaulay coming on now, Jodie McCleary, Rachel Rowe. Once they get into a wider area, they're picking out quality crosses into the box, and not just that, picking out good areas also, and it's got power and pace on it.
Tess middag, Chined, I guess Megan Bell, Tillig El, she tune for the Bengi. Satte wel hoe Josie Geard zo je een vouwel gaat als je is nog in je goemak ta ze winnen zeg maar Schillingen had Chimichel orde nog dan Rangers get de wat haring is in van McIntosh McLean krijg je de paas goed je mag go Macaulay tag Cleary Alro Ishal I guess Kudiste Jilike de Shin Richie Stesavien East Rangers to stay the line flee Shin Howard I guess Hardy Fiach and the upper geëchtere Doherty hier Rio Hardy goal She is clear Lena Gian, I guess quickly Jirka Khudamach, Howell to Noshine. Tag, Leisha Val Tarsing, McCleary. Die is hij. Jullie John nog wel zoals de lijn het doen en jullie stuk aan de wien. Doherty, Mark Macaulay. McLean, Harsen komt met taak, toch gewoon met zo'n Piachen. Nu is hij nog waarschijnlijk Rio Hardy. Dus we gaan Lauren Kerka, ook al vallen we de boeksen. Samach Gosavil Dave how Hamilton started the second half, and I think he set his team out quite offensively in the second half. He pushed Abby McDonald up, Chloe Muir with Josie Gear, but as the half has wore on, they've all fallen back. Such has been the wave after wave of pressure from Rangers.
Yeah, they've just fallen deeper and deeper. Hamilton, their midfield is almost on top of their back four, and there's that huge gap between the midfield and Josie Guillard as the number 9 position. And I think that obviously just comes down to fitness levels also as well, and not just that, it's mentally and physically draining when you're playing against a team like Rangers, and it's, as you said, it's a wave of attack after each other, and then it's the set pieces involved in that, and then it's a change.
Howard, agus the Jackson line to Kai, trips it, hard to find a Hogany. Yes, some swing Kalisa skipper, Hannah Coakley, Garo Shinatal, Yolna Howie. I think she just ran out of lives there, Emma, didn't she? She had a few of those.
Yeah, she did. You know, and she's just obviously turned her back. Also, I think you can see with her reaction as well. She's not getting any complaints about it whatsoever.
Nice that you get it, the finish avant. Nice spot finish. Right to the Junakina, Chloe Nicholson. Fudach in the line. Going to Glock get him, Dolshacha to the Cool. Yes, Hardy Fayev, I guess Nicholson to Ludiv, Hardy to Ludu Villa. I guess hard to the coach of Tull. I guess I to be coupled with crew. You can always make the two shine. Goal number 12 of the season for Rio Hardy.
Yeah, and it's a player we've actually not spoke about throughout this game. I think she's been extremely quiet. It's been Kirsty Howitt that's been, obviously we spoke about her, Rachel Rowe, the wide players. So she's had a quiet game, and you know, you can see obviously still though she's full of confidence. You know, not that she's not had a bad game. I just don't think she's been involved as much as other games. And as you say, you know, she's leading up to this game, she was on 11 goals for the season so far, and she's added to that and picked up her 12th goal of the season. But she was just so confident stepping up there. You know, she knew exactly what way she was going to go. There was a lot of power on the ball. There was a lot of pace on the ball, a lot of direction. There was just no chance for Nicholson to save that. She's
25 minutes or so to go, Emma. It's now very much about pride from a Hamilton point of view, not to let this get worse.
Yeah, I've actually got the fears now for Hamilton, to be certainly honest with you. You know, Rangers have obviously brought on fresh legs. They've made a number of changes, and of course they've got the depth in their squad to certainly do that. And the players that have actually came off the bench for Rangers, those are players that could have started easily in the starting 11. So it just shows you the quality that they have and the competitiveness that they have also within their squad now, and that's something that they kind of lacked last season.
McCauley, Yaragadash, go Howard, I guess, Chuck the cool look, I guess. Worden je nerp een falla maar bij Kiri, ach die is Kunnar te goede trappen give me McCauley, Bowl how. Just this final cutback, Emma was slightly behind Kirsty Howitt.
Yeah, it was, and I think for me also Kirsty Howitt's position in there, she's ahead of the front post, and she's obviously meant to make that run. I think if you're a striker or a number 9 and you're making that run, if you're then ahead of the front post, it's going to be so difficult then to try and get your foot whipped round it to get your shot on target.
De passion is begonnen wel, en ik zie even look at that Gianna Hamilton hier raad te maken. Hardy, Dolstig en de Voxus, Tarsing, Nicholson en Fine, Lava de Val. Geforst nog kiezen gaat het tinnetje vast te gulen zijn Rangers. Nu taken de hoek uit, en dan is een oorsprong van die Megan Bell getraaid. Je dacht, kan Ossig goed je maken Rangers, I guess that's toch een beetje nimmer in je zin Rachel Rowley, J in de coin. Dat is toch vader geen tripletje hadden we kunnen komen maken die is weer te keren zin. Coley, toch gaan alleen. Nu taak, Arsen Capel, Cleary. So die is McLaughlin at the goal state shot. Paul de jarige dash to die is Howitt. Well, a striker of her quality, Emma, she'd be looking at that and thinking she should have had her second.
Yeah, she could have done better there. It's great combination play from Rangers. Fantastic run from Rachel McLaughlin, an underlap run. But yeah, Kirsty Howitt for me, she's did everything else right. You know, it's the timing of the run. she's went into the space that's there, but it's just obviously the quality, the connection of the ball to find the back of the net. So she will be disappointed because Kirsty Howitt is so hard on herself.
Geared, Jenna She's clach yn eerst yn close de falla fo. Net agach kus de leentje gora met McCunniff. Hill. Jach in de skule gemaakt traken McCleary en oorsen het al Guddich kom McLaughlin. McLean, Juval lele traaien. Agus Howitt is the Nicholson game Shinayan. But they're getting in behind this back line every time now, Emma, and that was good judgment from Chloe Nicholson there. Having come out, she had to take that cleanly.
Yeah, it was good play from Nicholson. She read it well, but what a fantastic free ball from McLean, wasn't it? It's just the weight of pass, the direction of pass, but Nicholson, you know, she was alert to it, she was off her line, she sussed out the danger, but just what you said there about Rangers getting in behind Hamilton, for me that's all now just down to fitness levels, concentration levels, not matching runs, dropping off the game, so it's going to be a long now 20 minutes plus so in injury time for Hamilton then obviously to try and obviously see out this game and try not to concede any more goals.
Shia Cignoni van druk me gede goeie daar skip is it. Koe Cignoni Ronishin agus Keith Cignoni se game Ronishin. Misschien had hij doen was zuilig houden de Rangers maar weer te zuilig uit. Neil Joe Potter bullige kind rearing in de ocean. Agus mooi kreeg Hamilton kind zijn route in de wid nisnig geisen. Ach, goeie de vital untuv. Die is McLean vegen die hokal zegt de Helene Gianna drupse. Collie Sur e de halsa. Joe Potter de Vikirio liet een paas gelegd bij Megan Bell. Ach, passen de cool at that. McLean. Ashka McLaughlin voetie al getoond zo hoog is terug aan de Lea Hamilton geen tienje tot in mag de stad daar al de lachen van Gassen Frey McDonald dat hoe die Susa ze val op door in te gaan bij McDonald de goemalk het Hardy ach kom McCauley nog eens de dash Rio Hardy toch gaan alleen kan de jarige dash die is Savel Mava Nicholson Megan Bell far post Agus McCleary toch al laar en oorsen bij Eva Schinke toch begorp het finish Ilvian Hardy Ivanka Yaragadash I think they're looking for maybe a penalty here as well Emma with that just challenging McCleary.
Yeah, I think she does catch it. I think Muir does catch McCleary there. I think Hamilton are certainly getting away with quite a few penalty shouts that Rangers have had, but just before that, you know, it was you can see Megan Bell found herself in a good area. She didn't quite catch it enough, but she got enough to get it. Obviously, she hits the post and it ricochets out, but that's the quality as well. We've spoken about that quite a few times already that Rangers can bring off the bench, and that's certainly Megan Bell's one of those.
Tag Marco McCleary Gehokal Art de drapse Evo Megan Bell Kiri Rio Hardy Akal agus in the volley putting Malchias. Megan Bell's desperate to get a goal here Emma.
I know I was just speaking about her quality there and then she goes and does that, but no, you know, Megan Bell, she had some minutes away in international duty there, so that will obviously give her confidence, but she'll be certainly chapping at the door also to try and get in the starting 11 with Rangers. You know, she's had a horrible time with injury. She had a really bad ankle injury that kept her out for a long period of time. So, you know, she's obviously been working extremely hard to get onto the pitch when she can. But it's when you grab that opportunity, what can you do with it? Can you make an impression? Can you obviously look to try and find the back of the net? Can you obviously influence the game? And that's what she'll be doing.
Sniavaslia mag wat meer een paadje mag McCauley. En je laat just al haast over vallig in Rangers. Hou het, tune dag, agus een pristje gedash. Quickly, en misschien in de man hoe de zuur gaat. Ze moeten de keer goed maar hoe ze kunnen. Ik kan het gemaakt onder naar een slag heen. Lachlan Saisach gil Cheval art ashin gefind with cool lane Gianna Hamilton Fata Jewel. Macaulay, Dish, Thicko, Howard. Well, Qualification 9 Darakic. She looked like she was just picking her spot there, Emma, but again, she just gets too much on it.
Yeah, there's too much power on it. She doesn't have to obviously put her foot through it, but you can see what she's trying to do. She's trying to find that far corner. She's trying to go across the goalkeeper, but she just hasn't got enough direction on it to get it on target.
But you can see what they're about every time they get the ball at the back, Rangers. It's the high ball into the wide areas. They know that Mia Macaulay's going to get down that side every time.
Yeah, and it's something that we've seen a few times happen in the first half. You know, Cathy Hill was trying to play that diagonal to either Brogan Hay or Jodie McCleary, but they're using that ball more often now this second half, and it's certainly paying off for them.
Chloe Muir has the top. McLaughlin, Roll Lewis, Roll Archer. This on, Dawn se ook zich heen, Kauper Gerash, Jenna 5, hadden we kaait de game. Kun moer en echtje de gaan ook niet wat Gina wensen daar le. Bell, Bastion Tully, van passen als Assan kom McCleary, goed er wat het hasje gaat. Nou is Ellie Martin, Jenna Kienjach. Dan gaan je ietsje gefurste. Maar Martin, dan kan je het zo'n Hogan Yishach, Hogan Rangers Hound, as half yet the Fiach and the Arach, really, you know what in either Duval. Collach Gavilla Fisker, Rio Hardy, Shachat, I guess Eli Austin, Shayla going to click it down, Rangers. The line Naja. Jo Potter will be pleased in the sense, Emma, that she's been able to use all of the bench. Everyone's got minutes today.
Yeah, certainly she will be, and obviously that's what it brings. She was said about the depth in squad, but also what she will be doing now. She certainly will have an eye on next week's game. You know, Hibernian are coming to Ibrox. You know, that's going to be a huge game for them. It'll be a huge occasion playing at Ibrox. So, and she's got that ability now that where she can take off players to certainly obviously bring on fresh legs and try and get minutes under their belt.
Gemichin, het vader Rangers game Ibrox nog echt geen Hibs. Geen Ratusha de show haast. McCleary, Bell. I guess gaan jullie in de duel gaan. Nicholson, geweldig gaat naar de weg heen Rangers. Seems destined not to get this goal. Megan Bell keeps trying though, but that was just too close to Chloe Nicholson right down the middle.
Yeah, it was good play by Austin. You know, she's just come on the pitch, her first touch of the ball. She's managed to find Jodie just inside the box and moves it on to Bell. But you know, Bell's obviously, she's itching to get a goal, isn't she? It was good play. She picked up a good position on that occasion, but it's obviously, as you mentioned, it was right down the throat of Nicholson. It was a comfortable save for her in the end.
Megan Bell just Talishivi, hein minutes in the fat. Dully fine stig and skip a tosh Rangers against that. Amy Ellie Martin a goal year really heen. Niels Tinje Shaw, goed je gezien, geen meer heen, you know. Norsen hij Pinnik. Paula Blischigis gaat fora Chloe Muir groade cool. Richie Joch Suez gaan hier match. Zavi McDonald gaan jullie het more in je val wankens 5 minuten roeie Stewie. Nicky Doherty at een woord de sheers alive fleet. Middag. Bell, de rookie de fashion maar wij hier gaat Blischiko. Kiar de Gerish, Hanurin Gianco, Carriage on the lane, Yarak, Isha Blischko, Cathy Hill, Skippelchig, at your cool, Marke Macaulay's here, Jo Potter, Duval, Jackie or a Kumar at all, Puch together, Kirsty McLean, General Room Yehane, I guess Norsenka, and Yeke the school of Tarsing, the Patrick Austin. Na hokker zit de room ik test middag agus dies mag Macaulay in de live glee Frey McDonald ap het op dat de weekje daar liep in de poorgelegd toch en alleen nog Gehortserata. Hamilton at Jessica is on Tilligarich in the enemy. The foul is a pick and triplage. Nach Gershaw. Chamach Sniffian. As you suggested, Emma, it's now beginning to take its toll on the likes of Chloe Muir.
Yeah, fatigue setting in. You know, it's been a tough task for those Hamilton players out in that field, and of course we're already hit with injuries as it is, so they'll be obviously hoping not to pick up any more injuries to key players like the likes of Muir when you have obviously the game next week against Montrose, which is a real opportunity for Hamilton to go and get something from it.
Wel, Beata Dostja til you krone de mishnja kita show slan unje bikanas 10 minuten na dagal haast. Chloe Muir stokkele fiskereiche shachat Geno Sligo to haul na pathke. Nes funje na klikketa en ook like Hamilton at dolle hier niet. Naatje Muir. Yes, Shinch Unji Vivian Strain. I guess Justine Strain. Perichin. I guess had to skip it. Faush Shiap Najiak. So Robert Watson, Emma, using the last few minutes just to blood some of the young players, under 16 twin sisters coming on.
Yeah, what a moment for their family. It certainly is, but no, he's obviously taken off the key players like Giard and Muir. Obviously be looking to keep them fit for next week, but you know what a moment for the Strain family to have obviously their girls come on, especially against a team like Rangers and obviously the game televised. But you know, that's what Hamilton tend to do. They try to bleed young academy players that are coming through into the first team, and they've been successful on occasions at times.
Minutje loog voor Jijsen uit de show is Lan Unje. Hij is met de Emma gra had smoenjen in de game nu mijn troos. Schöne game skutter mich hier. Hij is gemaakt kutter mich nach de natuurlijke kroon or heen hoe wil ik alles te teulen weet ik hoe je de missie gaat la schach in een game. Austin. Ja, en die schöne gaan maar ik ga onelke ta. Abby McDonald. I guess how it. Ja, en die Praga het misschien een beetje goed. McLaughlin. Doherty. Uit de son Macaulay die is gaan het Ashford, but attack. School glutje die is het tortje. De glutje dan Hamilton tjoende uit je goed Austin. Ik guess die is ik vast de clear drops it. Ach, breng je skip uit klima. Je staat toch daar als je play posh en je verstaan. Megan Bell. Dolle hoek al shortstay. Macaulay Hill is geveerd. Juval Toon gaan goed zeggen het Cathy Hill. Dat is je kom Cleary. Verre post de derde trap aan Rangers in de post de boel. Zo'n middag zeggen. That post has got something against these Rangers players, Emma. That's the second time they've hit with the woodwork.
Yeah, what a fantastic effort by McCleary. You know, it's Megan Bell's just clipped it into the back post. Great first touch, great control, and she's obviously just put her laces on it, trying to guide it into the back post. But yeah, I think obviously that post has been rattled quite a few times this second half already.
Het drie haast de bosstation. De eerste bal vatten van McLaughlin. Coint. Zo'n Howard de Doshach, who's the collie of the cool look. McLean de Vestigi. Kutje machine het midden geta. Jane Perrigan Strain. Justine Strain out of a quick check. Vegen de Kutje Macadora. Eva Nicholson. I guess I think if food this wie niet de watoletje le Maria het klietje ju Chloe Nicholson. Bashvig Rangers Mr. Gloshi the is it's Northern Lan Union Shoko Hamilton. Haast dan Joke, stoch gefeerdig. Die tuil van een skip achtergezet. De pikante glens en Shari laag en jela. Het kollig gefeins more dan Suez gaan de leeg Rangers, maar hadden de kliekste daar. En is McCleary, Lecorum, Eagle Troyes toch show, pikante haring, de schön, het dream, Richie, en is vision, zuur deep guy. Strangely, Emerson just moved into the centre. Really, she looks more willing to take players on, whereas when she was out in the wing, she seemed reluctant to go down the flank.
Yeah, she was. I was thinking to myself on occasions the first half, you know, just take obviously Melissa Reid for a run, you know, try and face her up. But as you say, she's playing more, although she's on this right-hand side, she's more inverted, she's more in the field, and she's then willing to obviously the run at Hamilton's back four, and she's getting a lot of joy out of it. But as a player, as a wide player at times, and a young player, it could be a lack of confidence also. You know, if you're that frightened at times to then make a mistake, because if you go and try and take on the full-back, you might not be successful, and then it puts your head down, so it could be a number of things.
Haast had de viergen gedaan, hele Osten is te dienen maken. Live yesh voor McCleary. Macaulay le room du valde die is. Free McDonald na hoe tegen die pakken geladen. Ashka Doherty en je ziet een gasten slaatje dat je go op het hol. Wanneer Doherty er is een zuurlijke zin van een skip had. Als je zelf jaren le kasgliach op het rocketje was in zoals art gaan een afschenk. And that time, Emma, even the posts couldn't stop that effort. We weren't expecting that in a Rika foot, were we?
No, absolutely not. You know, what a fantastic goal by Nicola Doherty. We've seen her score quite a few goals like this, believe it or not, on her right foot. But that's obviously side netting, top bins. Nicholson's got no chance on that one, but Nicola Doherty's picked up a good area. You know, you can see what she's doing. She's just at the pin of that box. Once she gets it on her right foot, she's only got one thought in her mind is, can she get the ball on target? And obviously what a tremendous finish that was, and you can actually just see the delight in her face. Just before that, I could see her shouting at her teammates that we need more, we need more. So obviously you can see the intent from Rangers that they're trying to add to the scoreline.
Well, I think for challenge of our league, it is in a guy. Yes, toch het heel goed maar geen deze kuutje. How it's an issue for geen boaster. Smunien een route jano. Purin je hartstikke maar erin. Skipper dat je beken je kan dash. Shiatel elle. Ja, de skipper Joe Potter maar. En je staat de grootste na Sashke hetzelfde kijk gewollig. En Robert Watson je fijn nog kan ik kwijt minna chille. Idakel fast Shona Smith. Ja, Jeff Tolletje, eine Macher ze shot, agus a person het gilio reichen, a rote kan star niet echt, schön, ze willen koet. Hij wordt gekomen het al komen klein. Ze zijn net weg in de jaren gedaan, ze gaan het tunje schön. Free McDonald, hij kan de volle sabeltje. Coley, een val af, Selena, die is Free McDonald tot Tarsen weg in de stad te gedaan. En is weg niet schön. Dan ga ik prijs, je prepost en je verzand. Bell, Sanoshine. Gudic. Goed, Gjarge Dash. Middag weg aan de stuur. Ik zie als Ganoshine. Goed voor kan Serrata reketa. Via Megan Bell. Die eerste ook alles tijd. Maar is game Coakley. Jelike de Shishin. Or wat klik het dan in de cool look. Wel aardig. Het al heen ta aardige gillen. Zo'n Hamilton. Robert Watson en Rodian met jeddige klechke tuurlijk en Click it down ook. Het alle hineed. Natalie McClunan. Agus Amelia Caldwell. Gigelle again a skipper for u. She up in the Giak. Yes, Abby McDonald. Het al yet. It's Lauren Kerr. Jucha Koenig. Na click it down. Agus on a lag game nu. Montrosh. Ruinje, Kirsty Howard, Surdrip. Couple of minutes left, Emma. Who's your player of the game?
I think for me, she went off around about the 60th minute is Rachel Rowe. I thought she was tremendous today. You know, she was involved in the first goal in the 20th minute when she put in that terrific cross and it came off Reid for an own goal, and then just after that she played in another fantastic cross into the box for Cathy Hill to get on the end of. And we can just see her there. Obviously she's taped up, she's got the ice packs on, and I think for me that'll just be a precaution, you know, and that was the reasons why they've taken off for the 60th minute, because you can see how influential she is, and she'll be a vital part to this Rangers squad for the rest of this season.
Sark look at the game, Rachel Rowe. I guess Shin Asavinach Magidic. As Rangers Shia Kanyoni Hosha. Shin Amelia Caldwell, Nick Hanapengi. 3 minutes in the Gunyavarach Gaviaki. Gunyakiliorik Rangers Till Naga in Ast. Yes, listen, Shia Turla, Shin, Rangers here nod of the Hurla, Gahorsko. Take it's a coach. This Haas, Jidach Shia Turla, the Lickalistus League. She Shilting, Watches had to the V, had the Shinakemik and Magidic. Jechinish Genhau. Hill, Skuligamach, Macaulay. Bell. Yes, Murinji fine Chimichel Macintosh Haas Idafat. Fee Morrisha Sanai game and Neumann Trosh Kuchuk. Last quarter dushin, Kulig Dul had it Grunda Hurla in Sadarje. And that all can Turlilla. In Bell van een Noshang, Sminje de Gaal kudde, Tjachka goed bestuur Art. Haast kan je laten rijden vallen, maar is Noorsen waaien in de Neupen, was een Kirsty Howard te die is, wat moet je boksen. Kan die twee leelijn boasten. Helpie, hoe Nicholson tollig is jiddige game zeg je. Johnny Games Bijiklee Petranga as the Fiav League, but Lunchio Karichi at the Havali and I guess I mean never a skill Shinigal the Suez Chimichel J. Hela Kuyuju. Laughlin Lish Usmoin a Hinge and a Passat Jeffrewata Hoshach at Macaulay at the Hayed Blue get McDonald. There's a bow Vinik at Ashwood, but Natag Ishal Constance McCleary Brishia Shokata Howard Gakalak Bell Abilito Gagnet Hull Haniel Chloe Nicholson a Custator of the Ish is Nad of Havali and like Nicholson with the Suez Uadela Rangers is a Noshan Marha 10 minutes in Khabur Shachatach Megan Bell sound like Turlela Da Lav Suez Bosch en Magidian game, Alfadaking. Splishia come Cleary, un suur, gestaan een van Smarkes. Splishia, some pre Bosch en Jelle, Agnesine Grand en een beetje de. A torchi game go ceann agus buig go má cordal de Joe Potter bré live Robert Watson agus futi asan a bhí go mátála honna sin tuala lé bana skippadach go Nicky Doherty agus tuil go leor bh Howard bh Hardy agus bh Doherty as a dara lé Facal Rangers go má cordal lúgus Celtic go bhulach go tíadach da fung agus uad eile tíadach mar a réine sa game a ghéidig a dáise sa bhart ní a grách Shia Cugnoni in Hamilton. Sin mar rád críoch na chuú seo Hamilton Nioni, Rangers i Shia.
Well, like a cheann hawl go má córtal to skippe Rangers as in a punnic a Shia Cugnoni a shot and now Hamilton. Emma, as we probably expected at the start of the day, a very comfortable evening here for Rangers.
Yeah, that was, you know, Rangers settlement into this game as favourites, I have no doubt about that. And what I was thinking before the game was how many goals could they actually score, and they certainly matched Celtic's goal scored this evening. So they've obviously got the 6 goals. What's pleasing, I'd imagine, for Joe Potter will be they've got the 6 goals, they've kept a clean sheet, and she's utilised their squad.
Let's have a look back at some of the goals then, and you mentioned there are 6 goals, 3 in the first half, 3 in the second half, and this is the first half goals, and it was really all about Rachel Rowe.
Yeah, it was. She was very influential, particularly the first half. She was involved here. You know, she's obviously got herself in a good position, fires a dangerous cross into the box, and unfortunately we spoke about it at half-time. Melissa Reid, you know, she's just caught wrong-footed, her body position's all wrong, and then the second goal from Rangers obviously came from a set piece. Second phase, Rachel Rowe again. You know, she's good control here. She faces up the Hamilton player, and she's managed to half a yard, puts in a dangerous cross, and Cathy Hill finds herself acres of space and finds the back of the net to make it 2-0 in the first half.
Yeah, and of course Hamilton, they just couldn't really get it. Yeah, Josie Giard, we obviously spoke about her at the very top of the show, but they just couldn't get her involved in the game, and then the third goal inevitably did come.
Yeah, it didn't. It was Brogan Hay on this occasion down that right-hand side, and I think it obviously just came off the Hamilton player into the back of the net. So the 2 players that we spoke about at the top of the show coming back from injury, we had very, very good games.
And of course, that was 3-0, that was half-time, and at that point you were wondering, you know, what are Rangers going to do? Are they really going to go for even more goals? But then they brought on Tessel Middack, Kirsty McLean, they're just using their bench, and I suppose that's the beauty of going a few goals up and having that strong bench.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's something that Rangers tend to let themselves down last season. They didn't have that depth and quality within their squad to rely on players to come off the bench to be game changers. And obviously Joe Potter has addressed that this season, and she's obviously added to the squad. It then brings that competitive edge to the squad, and a team like Rangers, you know, you have to be challenging for league titles and cups, and you need a big squad to do that.
Yeah, and of course with that big squad, that means competition for places, and they want to play as well.
Yeah, absolutely, you know, and obviously the quality of players that they brought in, it's not just obviously any other player, they're international players at that also.
Well, we'll bring in Rachel Rowe now. Well done today, Rachel. Thanks so much for joining us here on BBC Alpa. 3 points and 6 goals. Happy with that?
Yeah, very happy. I think it could have been more, but yeah, definitely happy with the performance all around.
How about your own performance? We've not seen an awful lot of you this season so far, but it seemed like you slotted in seamlessly in that midfield.
Yeah, first start in a little while. But yeah, we've been working, and obviously just got back to it last few weeks, and you can see obviously combination play and things. They made it difficult for us, but we persisted with what we were doing well, and obviously got rewards.
Yeah, of course. I just want to ask as well, you came off, I think it was the 60th minute, we saw a bit of ice, I think, on your knee. Is everything okay?
Yeah,
was it just
fine.
Precaution?
That's what comes with old age.
But looking at this, how have you enjoyed your time so far in Scotland here at Rangers?
Yeah, really well. Obviously, I came up seeing how well the league has progressed, and I think it's becoming more competitive, isn't it? Teams are banking in. They make it difficult for teams that are, you know, pushing towards the top of the table, and no game's an easy game.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
here
you.
at Pitchside, Rachel. I'll take that off you and we'll sub you in for your manager now, but thank you so much. Bringing in now Joe Potter, Rangers head coach. Joe, I'll put that in there. You've got your own microphone now, you're prepared. Joe, 3 points, 6 goals and a clean sheet. You must be happy with that, are you?
Yeah, definitely. I think their keeper had an excellent game, made some good saves as well. Made sure that we pressured, especially second half. We knew that we was going to have to ride the storm a little bit. They was going to sit in a bit of a block and make it difficult for us. So We spoke a little bit at half-time about how we need to move the ball quicker and try to put a little bit more pressure on their back line. So, yeah, I was pleased all in all.
Well, we can have a look now back at the fourth goal for your side, and I think the thing that really stood out for us here pitchside was the intent in your team. They weren't happy sitting at 3-0. They want to keep getting those goals.
Yeah, and that's the difference for us now going forward. We need to make sure that we're not just happy and content with scoring 3 goals. We want to score as many goals as possible, and it's just that reaction, you know, that reaction piece in there, just to not accept that a ball's just loose. You know, we're onto it, we're fighting for every single ball, and we want to score as many goals as possible, and that's a great finish in there.
The goals spread out across the team as well. I know there was a couple of own goals today as well, but that must be as well something pleasing you.
Absolutely, and it's not just not happening by accident. You know, it's stuff that we're working on in training week in, week out, and that's one thing I'm really proud of the girls for is bringing to game days what we're doing in the week in training. So it shows in there they're getting in really good positions, and we're asking more and more questions of them week in, week out, and then producing on a Sunday.
Yeah, and the fifth goal was a penalty from Rio Hardy, and obviously the penalty incident at the moment, it was a handball. There was a few shouts in that second half, but you eventually got the penalty.
Yeah.
But Rio Hardy, she actually had a bit of a quiet game today.
She did.
But she gets on the score sheet.
She did, and that's the sign of a good striker. You know, she was a little bit off it today. I think we knew that with Rio from the start of the game, but you know, if you leave her on the pitch, she's always going to have a chance and score a goal, and there's nobody, well, there's a few of them actually that I'm confident on and scoring from 12 yards, but she's up there with them.
And we have to look at the sixth goal, of course. The other goals, there was a penalty there, a few scrappy goals, but then Nicola Docherty, and I'm sure she'll be boasting about this now.
I'm sure she will. She had a bit of a Jude Bellingham moment at the end as well with the celebration, but we've seen her do this a few times. You know, I've seen her do this for a national team, but that's top corner, that's quality from Nicola there. She's poised herself, she knows exactly what she wants to do, and she's picked a spot, and it's a great finish for her. I'm pleased for her.
A couple of big games as well coming up. Of course, you'll be looking forward to that game at Ibrox next weekend, and then of course looking ahead 2 weeks' time, Celtic. So some big games coming up for you.
Yeah, and this is the one thing that we've spoken about. We didn't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but we needed a good performance today and put in some good passages of play to make sure that we keep progressing and we're leading into the Hibs game and the Celtic game in confidence and good performance-wise. So yeah, we're happy with how today's gone, but we knew we couldn't look too far ahead of today to make sure that we were there for the Hibs game first.
Thank you so much for your time, Joe.
Lovely.
I appreciate your time as
Cheers.
always, and we'll let you go now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll take that off you. Thanks so much. And Emma, of course, we'll have a look now at the results from earlier on today and how that leaves the table as well. Na Petraia the La Vunic Glasgow City a 3 Cagnoni and the Spartans Cuyunan the shit iter Montrose Agus Hearts 3 Tull and the Celtic Shia at Hain and the Topper Maha Dundee United a 3 Opering ga 3 punga gamap the shall the Dundee United and then Partick Thistle and the Ocean a Bunic ga Cagnoni and the Hibernian. Agus tí a caiit I the chláran Celtic háast ag a bhúlach agus Rangers sa darna áte le fichid a coi puingin agus Hamilton well as an háast ag bound the league dídachid an fuing. Well, just your immediate reaction there, Emma. Of course, we saw Rangers, as we expected, winning here, but a couple of surprises in there. We touched on Montrose, but Dundee United, thinking about them, relegation candidates as well, potentially, along with Hamilton, picking up 3 points against Aberdeen.
Absolutely. I think for me, Aberdeen has started the season, extremely well. You know, we've picked up a few points already, but you know, that's a result for me that stands out today also, along with the Montrose result, is Dundee United picking up the 3 points. But similar to Hamilton, what we spoke about before the show and before the game has started was teams like that have to pick up points, especially being at home, and Dundee United have shown that.
Well, thank you so much for your contribution today. That's the rain just starting, so let's get into the cars and away from here now. But thank you so much, Emma, for your contribution today. Agus díadach mas alashing a show BBC Alapa game more tronajacking Jakeating sa chian fichit sa coig minachin a showy a shack bishin called the Glasgow City agus SK Bran sa Champions League. Agus sin chavóra bhuainge a seo éiad BBC Alpa tapalíse son a bhí cálaín gemichin carpiol éiad féich na dúcha a seo agus well mar a bhú lacking Rangers gama cártal ag i cheann hall a buinic a sia Cagnoni tapalíse agus aiche bha.